Hello everyone, George Packard, Family Lawn and Landscape, and today I'm going to give you 10 tips to help you be successful in landing the lawn care sale. First thing I want to tell you is study and learn your marketing. Always study the marketing. It's so important. Without it, you're dead in the water. So for you to be successful, you need to know what works for you. Do door hangers work for you? Does the internet work for you? Is social media work for you? Should you do pay-per-click advertising? You need to study all these different avenues, and there's plenty more. There's postcards you could check into. There's just a million different ways you can advertise. Door-to-door sales, all kinds of things. But you've got to study your marketing. You've got to learn it. Good example is the first time I did door hangers, they were awful. There was no call to action. The phone number was really little on the back, and I didn't give them a reason to really call me. I pretty much came out with some plain Jane looking thing that was terrible, and I didn't get any results, as you can imagine, because of that. So what I did is I studied it, and I took all these tips from all these different people that I saw on YouTube that were talking about it, and I combined them into a new door hanger, and we had good results with that. So had I not done the studying, the marketing study to teach me how to make those better, I never would have done it. Same thing with, I never would have gotten the results that I needed. Same thing with the internet. You know, my first websites were horrible. The SEO work was horrible with them. I couldn't get them off the ground. I was on page 17, you know, I could never get any better. Sometimes I didn't even show up at all. So I had to study it, learn what I was doing wrong, and realize that, hey, I can't even do this stuff myself because there's so much to it. It's not an easy thing to do. So, but you have to learn these marketing things, okay? That's very important. Follow through with your marketing. So that's another thing that's very important. I was guilty of this early on. I would spend the winter months just studying how to make my marketing better, and then come spring, on some of the things that I studied, I didn't implement. So talk about a waste of time. All the time that I put into studying, like newsletters and whatnot, I didn't put them out then. I got so busy with the spring bidding that was going on that I just didn't implement some of the things that I had planned on doing. And I tell you, I can't preach this enough. You get busy in the spring, everyone does. But boy, you've got to have somebody that's set up to help you get those door hangers out and get in front of those people. You got to have that stuff set up ahead of time. I've been guilty of not doing that and just trying to do it all yourself when spring rolls around, and it's just chaotic and ridiculous. So anyway, you've got to have a good website. Those of you who've been around know that I talk about the importance of the website. Those are absolutely critical to you growing your business. If you want to be successful in the lawn care industry, having a good website is a great way to do it. I literally just came, this is a Sunday morning that I came into work because I needed to do some YouTube videos for you guys, and I started looking, I just checked the emails real quick, and it's like, you know, I want to be out of here in a half a day because I want to go do something with my family. And I looked down there, and there's like 4 estimates that need to be done. So I immediately got a hold of those people, have them set up, you know, for the manager to go see them Monday morning. And that's a good thing because that all comes off my internet. That comes off my website. And that thing is working for me while I was sleeping. Last night these things came in, so the estimates came in last night. We're on them today, get to them quick, and hopefully we'll turn them into customers. So it's very, very important. Your SEO, so your search engine optimization, once you get a good website built, okay, and I can do a whole video just on the websites. It's probably a good idea. I should one of these days. But once you get a good website built, then you have to get up in front of the people. So if you're on page 17, no one's going to find you. I've talked about this 100 times. You've got to be on page 1 or page 2 to really get the calls to start to come in. Okay, if you're not there, you're not going to be getting the calls, plain and simple. So somebody else is getting the calls. Your competitors are. Okay, extremely important to get that. And I've offered this before. I've offered my help to people if they needed it, and I continue to do that throughout the years, offer help to people, turn you on to the guy that does my website for me. So if you need help, let me know. Also, once you do all of that work, once you get everything done, you've done your studying, you've done your marketing stuff is all ready to go, and you get it out there, one of the most important things that people screw up on is they don't answer their phone. Here's a good example. If I need a plumber, I don't have a lot of time. I'm a busy guy, just like all of you are busy, okay? If you need a plumber and you got to go out and cut grass and whatnot, you're gonna, okay, let me Google it. Let me see if I can find somebody. So you find somebody and you call, they don't answer the phone. If they didn't answer the phone, you're going on to the next one. Do you think I'm going to leave a message for that guy and wait for him to call me back? No, I want instant gratification. I want to get somebody over here to fix my problem. And that's the way people look at things today, instant gratification. That being said, it is so important for you to answer your phone. You've got to be there to do it. We take our phone home on the weekends even, and my wife and I will answer the phone if it's our weekend to watch the phone. Otherwise, we give it to the office girls and they take care of it. But we all take turns on it. So there's somebody there answering that phone. Even on Sunday, you still got to do that. Emails, those have to be checked by somebody. So you all those things, all those little keys, if you spent all that money and all that time learning marketing, then you implemented it, then the phone rings and you don't get back to them, they're going to find someone else. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was helping the guys out at a condo association one time. There were like 16 buildings in there, and I wanted to help them out, get done. I knew rain was coming, so I quick took my phone off. I threw it on the seat of the truck. I went to work. I grabbed an edger or trimmer or something, and I was gone for an hour and a half. And I think when I came back, there were, I want to say 3 calls, if I remember correctly. And when I tried to call those people back, 2 of the 3 had already found someone else. Just that quick. So that just shows you how the instant gratification is. People want it right now. When they call for your service, the iron is hot. Have you heard that term? You need to strike while the iron's hot. It's true, you do. So get it right away. Be prompt. Get the phone. I don't care if it's an inconvenience. I don't care if you're on the shitter. Get the damn phone. Bring the phone with you, okay? Do what you have to do. All right. Be prompt. When you do get them on the phone, tell them you can come right over and see them. Say what works for you. Try and set it up. Even if you've got plans, that's one of the worst things you can do is tell people, well, I can't get to you till tomorrow or the next day or whatever. No, I'll get to you right away. Hey, are you home right now? I'll come over and see you. Sure, it's inconvenient, but do you want the money? Do you want the work or not? Then get off your ass and go get it. That's what you got to do. You got to get it. You can't just sit back and put it off till it's convenient for you. Because what's convenient for you is not convenient for them, and you've already pissed them off if you do something like that. So tell them, look, I'd be happy to come and meet you. If you're home right now, I can run over, or I can be there in an hour, anything like that. And they're going to be shocked by that, a lot of them, because they're used to just getting put on the back burner, okay? And I'll tell you, the guy that shows up is the guy that gets the work. 9 out of 10 times, if you show up over there, you're going to get the work. Okay, be first. Don't give them a reason to call anybody else. Get there. Okay? All right. Dress professionally. When you go to meet them, I'm probably one of the worst dressers on earth. I've always got cutoffs on, and I just always have. But still, I keep my hair trimmed. I keep the goatee trimmed up. Vehicles are looking good. And I usually always have a uniform shirt on of some sort, So you look good and you look professional. That's very important. Just try not to come up with your ripped jeans and full of grease and dirt. If you can help it, go in and change and clean up a little bit. This will help you get the job, okay? I'm not going to guarantee it, but it certainly does help. All right. Practice your sales pitch. You need to practice your sales pitches ahead of time, because when you get there, the last thing you want to do is go, is there anything I can do to earn your business? No, hell no, you don't do that. You come prepared. So you come into that meeting with them, and first thing you want to do is have a big smile on your face, okay? You want to be smiling, show them you're a happy-go-lucky type person. They need to fall in love with your personality. If you're a dick and you come over there and dicks wrote across your forehead, you're not going to get that job, okay? If you've had a bad day so far and you come over there and your face is all scrunched up and you're angry, and that's going to come across to them also. They're going to see that. So the chances of you getting the job are not good. So put a smile on your face, go over there, be pleasant with them, joke around with them, have fun with them, and you'll land a lot more jobs by doing that. So your attitude is huge. But the sales pitch, when I say practice your sales pitch, I mean think about what you're going to say. When you go there, if it's a lawn care job, I might bring up something like, hey, well, do you mind me asking what happened to your last guy? Why did you get rid of him? And they'll love to tell you because they're pissed off at the last guy. And you know how people love to vent, and I'm probably the biggest one in America that loves to vent. Well, me or Donald Trump, I don't know which. But anyway, those people will love to tell you the story because they want to tell you what gets lawn care guys fired. They want to tell you that they keep leaving the gate open or that they keep breaking sprinkler heads. All these things are important to you because I'm going to make a mental note of this, and when I go back to the truck, if I do land her, I'm going to have a note right in her file why the last guys were fired. What did they do? You know, and make sure our guys pay particular attention to the sprinkler heads or leaving the gate open and their dog got out. So all things you want to do. In your mind before you even go there, practice your sales pitch. Know that you want to be friendly and get them on your side. A lot of times they're crabby, but you can turn them around, you know, and you can make them feel comfortable a lot of the time, and it'll help you win some jobs, okay? Another key thing that I do is I have a copy of our insurance policy that I bring with us when I go to see people. And it makes a huge difference because if they called 3 guys to come out and see them, do you think any of those guys are going to have a copy of their insurance with them? Nope, they're not. So what's going to make me stand out? I'm going to give them a copy of my insurance. And I'm going to say, here it is. I've got whatever you happen to have for insurance. Hopefully it's $1 million or better. And as soon as you put that up, they see that and they're like, hey, this guy's a professional guy. He comes prepared. He's already given me a copy of his insurance. And what I do is I give them a little sales pitch about that because they may not care, but they're not that worried about it. Some of them aren't, but a lot of them are. But if I say to them, hey, there's a reason that I have this insurance because I've done this before. I've come around and maybe a neighbor kid threw a rock in your lawn and I didn't see it. We're going with the mower and all of a sudden it whips out and here goes your patio door. Well, that glass on that patio door might be $700, $800 and you are going to come to me and say, George, you guys broke my patio. And I'm going to say, yeah, we did. And I've got the insurance, so we're going to get it fixed. Now, if the same thing happened to the other guys that you would have come over here and give you an estimate, what would they say? Would you ever hear from them again? Probably not. They probably wouldn't even show up again because they don't want to pay that. That's all their profit for the whole year just went out and more in that door. So this is why I carry the insurance, and here's a copy for you. So I hope that we can do business together, okay? And the other thing is, and the last thing I'm going to tell you is try not to take no for an answer. And I know you guys have heard this before. Car salesman. A good example. My son used to be a car salesman for a while, and he got really good at it, and he taught me some things. He's like, Dad, he said, when you talk to people, he's like, you need to find out, if you see them kind of get reserved and pull back, you need to find out what's doing that to them. So you say to them, and I use this when I'm talking with potential lawn care clients, I'll say to them, can I ask you, is there a reason why you're not signing up today right now? Or, is there some question you have that I could answer? Or, and try to get them to talk. And a lot of times they'll say, well, I'm waiting for another quote. And then I'll say something like, okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that, getting other quotes. But now I know if she's getting other quotes, okay, she's kicking tires. So what I'm going to do, I'm going in there and I'm going after her. So I'm going to fight. I'm here to fight to get that job. It cost me money to get here. I'm going to try and get it. So I'll say something to her like, well, it's fine to get other estimates from other people, but I just hope that you compare apples to apples because here's the 10 reasons why I'm better than everybody else. And I actually had a sheet printed up one time that had, and actually we still use it down in Florida, the 10 reasons we're better than our competition. And I spelled all those things out. And I take the time to go through those with them. Or if here in Wisconsin, let's say I didn't have that sheet with me, the 10 reasons why I'm better, I've got to try and remember them. And I'm going to say, well, here's why I think we're better. All of our trucks have GPS tracking units in them. We are very prompt. We screen all our guys. We drug test our guys. We don't put up with any crap. We are on top of any complaints that you have. I will address them personally. You give them reasons, every reason you can while you have their attention to go with you. Okay? And maybe, just maybe by the end of your pitch, these people will go ahead and go with you. Or at the very least, you pointed out a whole lot of things of why you're better than everybody else. So even if your price is higher, and I'll explain that to them, I'll say, even though my price is a little higher, I want to assure you of something, and I want to tell you why it's higher. we pay our guys better than the average, okay, so that we can keep our guys here. Look, we have all professional equipment so that we're not broke down and we're not calling you up and saying, Mrs. Jones, we can't mow you this week because our stuff is broke down. You know, there's a lot of expenses that we have in here. So if I'm a little bit higher, these are some of the reasons why. At the end of the day, even if I didn't get that job, when I walk away, that woman or man is going to think about me because I was in front of his face for a long time and I gave him a whole ton of stuff to think about. So all of a sudden, lo and behold, I get the call even though I'm higher anyway. Okay, so hopefully those tips help you out. This has been George Packard, Family Lawn and Landscape. Don't forget to subscribe, and all of our videos are archived on our websites and the links are down below. Thanks for watching.